What's going on, y'all? It's your boy Mykeeey here with another YouTube video. Today we are in another video of YouTube Inception, Reaction Inception. It's reaction of reaction to reactions and some other shit, you feel me? MAGA people, the politician world, they're going through it. Candace Owens has been getting into it with Donald Trump, apparently. I've been hearing a lot about it, and I've just been waiting for Auburn Preach to give their take on it, because I know they're going to give me the best splices and clips of what's going on right now, and I just like their perspective of it. You feel me? And I know once I watch this one video, I'm gonna be directed to a whole nother set of algorithm of videos explaining this whole rhetoric. So I'm gonna dive into it first with Auburn Preach, give you my 2 cents, and then you can always give me your 2 cents as well in the comments. Please leave a like, comment, subscribe. I could really appreciate you for tuning in for every video, every like, every comment, every moment you share with me. It's a great one. So keep being amazing. Let's get this video started. You know what I'm saying? Let's see what Albert Preach got to say about this, because that man that we got in office is crazy, fo. That nigga is insane. Fucking insane. I don't even know what they're beefing about, what they could be arguing or downfalling about, to be honest. I try not to digest too much political banter because nonetheless, it's not my problem no more. I didn't vote for the nigga to get in there. I voted for Kamala Harris. I voted for someone else. So it's not my responsibility to get rid of this nigga, because people don't listen to the black community when they say things good, bad, or indifferent. Motherfuckers don't listen. So it's up to y'all, that people that voted for him, to deal with him, bro. Get that nigga out of there. That's y'all problem. Y'all gotta deal with the consequences.
There's a giant civil war that's unfolded between Donald Trump and some of the biggest political speakers. People used to say there was so much infighting on the left. Oh, the left, they eat their own. Well, they got the president in the mud with them slinging shit. From Donald Trump, he goes, I know why Tucker Carlson, Megyn Kelly, Candace Owens, and Alex Jones have all been fighting me for years, especially by the fact that they think it is wonderful for Iran, the #1 state sponsor of terror, to have nuclear weapons, ChatGPT dash, because they have one thing in common: low IQs. They're stupid people. They know it. Their families know it. Everyone else knows it. This guy's got to be one of the dumbest people. He actually talks like a fifth grader when he insults people. I mean, Tucker Carlson, Candace Owens, all of these people, by and large, are exponentially more intelligent than Donald Trump. Stupid people. Look at their past. Look at their record. They don't have what it takes. They never did. They've all been thrown off television, lost their shows, and aren't even invited on TV because nobody cares about them. They're nut jobs, troublemakers, and will say anything necessary for some fringe cheap.
Are you putting on a Donald Trump accent to read this?
Publicity. All of this smearing is so stupid that it's making me even have to defend these people. But to say that Tucker Carlson, Megyn Kelly, and Candace Owens are irrelevant, when vast majority of them have views that dwarf cable news, and like even mainstream politicians feel the need to go do an interview with Tucker Carlson.
But is it delusion, or he's trying to spin a narrative? He can't let go. He just got to run with it.
Now they get some clicks because they have a third-rate podcast, but nobody's talking about them. And their views are the opposite of MAGA, or I wouldn't have won the presidential election in a landslide. MAGA agrees with me and just gave CNN a 100% approval rating of Trump, not hand-flailing fools like Tucker Carlson, who couldn't even finish college. And he was broken man when he got fired from Fox, and he's never been the same. Perhaps he should have seen a good psychiatrist. Or Megyn Kelly, who's nastily asked me now the famous only Rosie O'Donnell question, or crazy Candace Owens, who accuses the highly respected First Lady of France of being a man.
I'm dead.
And she's not. And hopefully win lots of money in the ongoing lawsuit. Actually, to me, the First Lady of France is far more beautiful than Candace Owens. Okay. In fact, it's not even close. Or bankrupt Alex Jones, who says some of the dumbest things and lost his entire fortune, as he should have.
Bro, you know how he defends himself? He defends himself like Fresh and Fit would. That's a Fresh and Fit diss track. Done by AI. It's just it's ongoing rants of him just going off. Saying that, like, he's trying to downplay who they are and what they have. Like, the numbers of Candace Owens, you can't put that to the side.
Losers in capital letters. These so-called pundits are losers, and they always will be. Now, fake news, CNN, The failing New York Times and all the radical left news organizations are hailing them and giving them positive press for the first time in their lives. They're not MAGA. They're just losers.
If somewhere in that big ass rant, it would be written, they're all poo-poo heads, I would be like, yeah, that's him.
It is so embarrassing, but I also don't feel bad for any of these pundits because, like, you see Candace Owens here say, it may be time to put grandpa up in a home. So people are speaking back, all the people who got insulted by him because they're not taking, and her post is very popular.
And for faithful Christians, it is still the biggest day of the year.
He's talking about Easter morning.
And it's a day of joy. The thing every person fears most is death. We're born fearing it because we're born knowing it's coming.
Yeah.
And Christianity, unique among religions, promises victory over it. And Jesus' resurrection is proof that God can beat death. And so the morning of Easter is a uniquely joyful and peaceful moment. And yet that peace yesterday was shattered. That's not an overstatement. It was shattered for many observant Christians by a statement that the President of the United States put out at 8:03 a.m. Eastern time on Easter morning. Tuesday will be Power Plant Day and Bridge Day, all wrapped up in one in Iran. There will be nothing like it. 3 exclamation points. Open the fucking straight, you crazy bastards, or you'll be living in hell. Just watch. All caps. Praise be to Allah. President Donald J. Trump.
What sentence is that, bro? Like, this nigga's weird, bro. Like, what type of shit do you get out of that, bro?
The dumbest person. Like, the incompetency and how fucking goofy this guy looks to the whole world. And then he backs down, right? That's why they call him Taco, because he's a giant pussy and he never falls through, which, in this case is a great thing because he's just not going to be murdering millions of people. Open the fucking straight. And the Iranians are like, we don't care, bro. Like, we don't take you seriously. And
you know what it makes me think of? We are! It's the same energy. Yelling a whole lot, not doing shit.
Hooting and hollering, hooting.
Prime ministers talking shit on Twitter. On Twitter? Well, what else? Lol emojis, them saying, yo, for real, my guy.
They posting memes. They're posting memes on his page. On the White House page at that. There are memes being posted on the White House Twitter page. Verified.
Anyways,
niggas be wasting their time on Twitter, bro.
6-7. What is going on?
Twitter
I think it's an education thing. This is like the people who this appeals to are like generally low IQ, stupid people. The people who like enjoy this kind of lack of professionalism and incompetence are people who are like, fuck, man, this is entertaining, so it's got to be good. But like, they're just too stupid to realize that this is going to negatively impact them in the long run.
Long term, they don't even realize the short term.
Fair point. The short term, everyone is making moves behind the scenes to start adjusting their economies, their passageways in regards to commerce, all the things that are happening in the background to start now decoupling from the United States. Those are hard to feel.
Now, a lot of people reading that imagined, of course, this can't be real. Did the President of the United States really just write that? And it is real. It is maybe the most real thing this president has ever done, and also the most revealing. It begins with a promise to use the U.S. military, our military, to destroy civilian infrastructure in another country, which is to say to commit a war crime, a moral crime against the people of the country, whose welfare, by the way, was one of the reasons we supposedly went into this war in the first place. They're being killed by their government. We have to rescue them. And now here's our president, not even a month and a half into the conflict, which we are not winning, by the way, because the Straits of Hormuz are not open. There's one way to keep track. That's the measurement. Saying that we're going to use our military to kill the civilians of this country who didn't choose the war. They got nothing to do with it. They're like civilians everywhere. Blow up their bridges? Bridges on military bases? No, just bridges. And power plants.
I just don't understand why he would think this man's above that. He literally sat by and watched Israel do that to Gaza, do that to the West Bank, encouraged it, helped it, funded it, sent the missiles used to actually do it. What made you think this man's above bombing some brown folks?
In a country of almost 100 million people, what happens when a modern country, and a country that has a nuclear program is a modern country?
This nigga must be a nigga that also was on Donald Trump's side in the beginning and then is now trying to renege on his feelings.
Sorry. Iran is a modern country. What happens when it loses power? Well, people die. Babies connected to incubators die. People in hospitals die. And those are the first level effects. And then people begin to starve. And then you have refugee crises. People leave the cities looking for food. And yes, they move into other countries. In the region, in Europe, in the United States, you cause chaos and death. It's totally unacceptable. Not under the phony laws of some international body, but under moral law, God's law. non-combatants, people who did nothing wrong, who didn't choose this war. We're just people created by God. That is immoral. That will never be moral. That can never be justified. That is always wrong.
You know, also, I will say Tucker doing this whole pearl clutching about like, you know, it's not very Christian on Easter Monday. What was Christian about this man ever?
Nothing.
The infidelities, the grabbing by the pussies, the
niggas still ain't hold him accountable for them damn attachments I got archived, and they've been printing in books and everywhere. They done made New York Times selling books, but ain't held nobody accountable for all the information niggas know, bro.
Hanging out with Epstein, the vulgarity,
shit just
the
be
murdering
wild, man.
people, the stealing the oil from foreign countries because he wants the resources. This dude was a pillaging warlord. What was Christian about him ever? That's why, like, a lot of the outrage now, while it is correct, the people saying it look so phony. That's why I say all these people strike me as giant grifters. Very popular grifters, but grifters no less. Because this man who he was the whole time. You know what it makes me think of? That Dave Chappelle joke. Oh, you was part of the heist. You just didn't like her cut. So now you want to be out here snitching, talking about he's the criminal. Bitch, you was driving the car.
You was right with him.
And they all saw the behavior. But now they want to do a double take because now it's expedient for them politically.
I understand what you're saying. That's a fair point. It's crazy to look at them, to see them act and be like this shit was brand new. Oh, where were you?
And this is an example of that condition. Just watch. Praise be to Allah. So obviously you're mocking the religion of Iran.
Congratulations.
Okay.
Bravo.
If you seek a religious war, that's a good idea. But by the way, no decent person mocks other people's religions. You may have a problem with the theology. Presumably you do if it's not your religion. And you can explain what that is to mock the idea of faith itself. And we should never mock that. Because at its core is the acknowledgement that we are not in charge of the universe. We did not build it. We won't be here at the end of it. We can destroy life. We cannot create it because we are not God. The message of all faith at the biggest picture level is the message in our Bible, which is you are not God. And only if you think you are do you talk this way. But it's not just mockery of Islam. And no president should mock Islam. That's not your job. This is not a theocracy. We don't go to war with other theocracies to find out which theocracy is more effective. We are not a theocracy. And God willing, we never will be.
I'm actually surprised. I thought you would have said America is a Christian nation, but maybe I'm wrong on that. That's actually surprising because I've always thought that was his vision for the States.
It's written on your dollar bills, in God we trust. Like,
I do agree with him. The president.
The United States is a place of freedom of religion, whatever shape or form you may take that in. It was founded on a Christian basis, yes. Motherfuckers, the Puritans were all that whole first landers, first world people. If they weren't Native Americans, them first white people settlers that came in, them Puritans was Christian Mormons, basically. What the Mormons are today is what they were. You feel me? They were really strict about their shit, and they was on that shit. You feel me? Now we are there's more leeway nowadays, but the main is, I can't even say it's the main religion for the United States because everybody either don't believe or they believe in something. I don't know what that is, but either you don't believe or you believe in something, or you just don't know. It's a lot of gray areas when it comes to spirituality. Our country isn't built off of spirituality, even though they want it to be a unifying one like Christianity, but they don't feel me portray that. They put that shit out like it's the modern day Rome is the Catholic Church type shit. If you don't know, you know type shit. That's all I'm gonna say on that part, but like little shit like that, like motherfuckers don't be actually living by the faith and by the practices and principles of the art of Christianity. Not even that. I'm a follower of Jesus Christ, Yeshua. I'm a follower of Yeshua. I don't follow Christianity. I follow Yeshua because he's the perfect example and the only example to follow. I try to live as close to it as I can. If I can, that's the best way to do it. You feel me? Was probably since a long time no see. Was probably with you, twin. And you react to what the fuck this nigga Donald Trump been up to, man. Nigga been tweaking, man.
In a normal world has no business mocking other religions. And like for the simple reason that it's just bad for diplomatic ties. If we're having like a real serious adult conversation, you can't love the president making deals and at the same time disparaging a religion this way. You know, gleefully talking about murdering and wiping out a Muslim civilization and talking about praise be to Allah. Just think about how bad that is for you diplomatically with a lot.
On Easter Sunday, at that, he's doing this on Easter Sunday. So this nigga's a dickhead to the maximum. he's gonna, you feel me? I'm not gonna wish death on nobody, but I'm gonna pray that he overcomes whatever dumb shit he's in. He's stuck handed with the devil. He ain't learned to get over the devil's antics and spirit and his habits yet. You feel me? But hopefully he can overcome that dumbass shit. But right now, that nigga Donald Trump is as lost fucking cause.
The Muslim nations.
That nigga be super.
You're saying it's bad for diplomacy or bad for everything. Like, he didn't just go to Japan and said to the Japanese prime minister, "Why didn't you tell me about
Pearl Harbor?"
He
That
visited
nigga
so many
tone
countries
deaf.
where he disrespected people, where he's been there. So now just doing that and just mocking religion is bad for the. He's been doing that. He called our prime minister the governor of the 51st state. This guy thrived on disrespect.
America's built up goodwill with many countries and many states all across the world since World War II. This is truth. Like, Japan relations with America were extremely positive post World War II, extending up until the next little period. Same with South Korea. After the Americans helped them out with the invasion of North Korea and China and helped beat them back, the relationship between these two countries was strong. Go poll public sentiment today. It is in the gutter. So you say, yeah, he went over there, he did that. I agree. The only reason these things are still extending is the goodwill that's been accumulated from years and years of hard work. It doesn't take much to tear a building down. It takes a lot longer to build it back up. So you're right. You're not wrong about what you're saying. But I would say that just because he can does not mean that's a reflection of his power. It's a reflection of the work that's been done from decades of decent or good foreign policy. If you go to any of these countries now and you poll the way the sentiment of the people in these governments are towards America compared to what it was before, it is night and day. Everything is down. And so it becomes incumbent on the next administration to try to recover that, and the damage may be too far gone. And it might be a new face, it might be a more moderate face, it might be a better face, but the damage of a goddamn stupid person like this is hard to quantify, and that's why I say change is incremental. We won't know how bad it is until we look back 10 years from now and we go, wow, this point in history is the point where everything changed for us.
No, this is a mockery not just of Islam, it's a mockery of Christianity. To send out a tweet with the F word on Easter morning promising the murder of civilians and then saying praise be to Allah without explaining any of it, you are mocking me and every other Christian because we're Christians. Oh, I get it. We can't support that. Under no circumstances can we support that. Doesn't mean you have to hate Trump or take the opposite position on every issue from Trump. You shouldn't. A lot of his positions are the right positions.
Fuck
but
no.
You cannot support that.
Ain't nothing right about Donald Trump,
nigga.
That is
evil. That is an intentional desecration of beauty and truth, which is the definition of evil. What we're doing is revealing that we've exhausted conventional power. If there's some tricky way to open the Strait of Hormuz by air, probably would have done it by now, because we are on a path to plunge the world into global depression and famine.
True.
And that's not hair on fire panicism. That's math. 30% of the world's fertilizer, 20% of its energy? Yeah, that's a global depression and famine.
I will say, of all the people who do politics and do this kind of like monologuing, public speaking, Tucker's probably one of the best ones. He's just like, you can tell the way he organizes his sentence, the way he makes his points, the inflection point. I'm not like a crazy fan, but I just watching public speaking, I will say the guy is he keeps your eyes glued. You can see why he was very popular on Fox and why he's still popular now. I think of all the people on the right, this has got to be the biggest person. Bigger than Charlie Kirk, bigger than everyone, even bigger than Candace Owens. I think Tucker, to me, is definitely the biggest, and it's in large part because of his ability. Oh, someone said I'm tripping. Someone said I'm tripping. Hey, listen, I don't like Tucker, but he's good. And this is not something you can train. This is not something that you give someone.
I don't know too much about Tucker. Let alone, I don't try to indulge too much Donald Trump information, because if he's just continuing to fuel nonsense and half the shit he say he don't do unless he's causing harm to other people in this world. So it's just something I do to choose to keep my mind in a safe space. So I'm not putting myself through torment, because I still get to choose how I interpret this world and what I choose to feed myself and how I continue to look at light in this world. Because if we continue to feed ourselves depression, sad news, not good news, things that just bring us down, we gonna always stay in that mindset. We gonna always stay controlled and wrapped in the cycle of depression. So no, I'm not gonna continue to watch this dumbass, bogus ass bad news get fed to me every day. I'm gonna see it when I see it, but I'm gonna continue to feed myself good aura, good positive things to my body, so I know how to work through days and work through times while it's, yes, still we going through tough times. But I'm gonna still make sure I have a good time. No matter the time we at, no matter the time we alive, no matter the time we going through some shit, we gonna have a good time. So I hope you had a good time while watching this video. Let me know what your thoughts is on any of this, whether you would a Trump supporter, Trump denouncer, Candace Owens, or Kyle Tucker supporter, and what's your thoughts is right now, because you know what I'm saying? That's all my thoughts is. I don't, this war shit, all this oil being closed off, a lot of things is changing. I don't know how long it's gonna go. And I don't know. Once his term is over with, cause what we got 2 more years of his term. If he complete all his years of his term, you feel me? Then I really hope the next president is really a good marketable one that actually wants to advance and grow with not only the United States but actually grow with the world. Not to do it to combat and be competitive, but to actually help advance people. And because people need to just want to exist, we all share this world. We all got to live on this one little tiny planet in this space. Like, we're the only living creatures in this globe. Like, on this globe, and this little ass dot of earth that they call, this little ass ball they call earth that we live on. You feel me? We the only ones that live on this earth. We the only ones that exist the way we do. You feel me? So why should we have to battle and fight all the damn time over a space that we share? We can't even go out to find a new place to relocate if we wanted to. You feel me? So why not enjoy the place that we have together? Like the astronaut said, let's enjoy this oasis that we have. You feel me? And make it a better place for everybody. Let's stop player hating and gatekeeping some bullshit, bro. It's easier said than done, but it's something that we have to do for real. Whether it's starting with America, or whether it's being started in Africa, Senegal somewhere, or it started in Norway. You feel me? Anywhere in this world, we need to make sure that we helping the next person, taking care of each other. That's all that matters. That's the real message of God. You feel me? Message of Jesus. You feel me? Making sure that you accept him, but understand that you love your neighbor. Make sure that you appreciate your neighbor, appreciate your friend, appreciate everybody, because they need comfort too. Everybody go through things, and they want to be comforted well and righteously. You feel me? So make sure you're showing somebody some comfort and spending some good quality time. So thank you again for tuning in and spending quality time with me and appreciating these videos. You feel me? I really do appreciate you for tuning in and watching the videos. And if you don't like the videos, I appreciate you for tuning in and spending your time with me and just giving me your 2 cents. You feel me? I don't care about constructive criticism. I'm willing to take it and learn and adapt with it. You feel me? That's the only way we grow as people. You feel me? Can't just be thinking one way. You got to be able to adjust and pivot. You feel me? It's more than one way to think in this life. You feel me? So, till next time, family.